It's all fun and games for these insanely famous rappers till it all falls down. Whether it's because of criminal activity, extreme spending habits, or running away from taxes, these rappers once struck gold and then watched it all disappear into thin air. In this video, we're going to be talking about some rappers who are now just scraping by, even though they used to live the ultimate luxury. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified for more videos just like this. MC Hammer. You can't touch this. But I'm sure the IRS will. Being one of the most revolutionary rappers in his era, MC Hammer has lived his life throwing money around and living life with no worry. With his iconic looks and style, he forever remains a legend, as well for being a multi-award winner, and also the first legendary hip-hop artist to ever have a diamond album. With his phenomenal Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him album, he sold as much as 18 million copies during its release, and topped Billboard charts for 21 weeks, earning him $33 million in a matter of months. With his newfound money, he went on a spending spree, buying 17 luxury cars, a private jet, and 21 racehorses. Not only that, he also spent $30 million to build his dream mansion in Fremont, California, showcasing a pool built in the shape of a man dancing in hammer pants, his own marble statues, and a gold-plated driveway gate embossed with his signature line, Hammer Time. He also hired a massive entourage of 200 people, which cost him $500,000 a month. But all that disappeared overnight when he filed for bankruptcy in 1996. He ran out of luck as he faced many legal issues, especially from his main enemy. The IRS made him lose millions of dollars over time, and even in the aftermath of his troubles, his career never recovered. And sad to say that a man who once had almost everything, enjoying the high life, fell very near to rock bottom. 50 Cent. While 50 Cent earns a lot of money with his iconic name being known beyond the hip-hop world and his endorsement deals being abundant, he also owes a lot of money for engaging in some shady deeds. In the year 2015, 50 Cent faced many lawsuits that drove him to file for bankruptcy, with his debts nearly amounting to $32.5 million, exceeding $24.8 million in assets. When it rains, it pours, and 50 Cent was flooded in several lawsuits raining on him in just 1 year. One scandalous act that got him in trouble was making LaStonia Levison's sex tape public without her consent. That took $7 million from his bank account. Then he was guilty of imitating someone's design for his G-Unit headphones. That made him lose $17 million. And on top of all that, he has some hefty tax issues. If he continues on this path, he might actually live up to his name and only be left with 50 cents. Ja Rule. Ja Rule has been one of those rappers that had phenomenal success in the late 90s and early 2000s, going platinum worldwide numerous times. He was topping charts with his groundbreaking album Veni Vidi Vici, Rule 336, and Pain is Love, but with the rise of other artists we saw a decline in his sales. Plus, apparently, he just wasn't a studio gangster because he too went downhill with his involvement in criminal activity. In 2007, he was arrested for illegal gun and drug possession, in which he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. And he faced another serious charge in 2011 for his failure to pay over $3 million in taxes from 2004 to 2008. He pled guilty to 3 counts of failure to file taxes in a New Jersey federal court. And in 2016, he was under fire for his alleged involvement in the Fire Festival scam. But investigators soon discovered that Ja Rule had no involvement in that scam. However, this guy has been losing money with all of his legal issues, and that must be painful. Pain is love, but not as much of its prison time. 6IX9INE. With his constant trolling and controversies, Tekashi 6IX9INE has created an internet personality existing to be hated. Even being the most hated rapper in this generation, we still cannot deny the immense popularity of his music on the hip-hop scene. With all of his music topping on the Billboard 200 from the notorious Gummo that has garnered 380 million views, and even his breakaway song Gooba topping charts even after he was released from prison, we can't deny that this hated rapper maintains his fame. But unfortunately for him, in the peak of his career, he was entangled in many illegal activities that led to his imprisonment in 2019. In November of 2018, Tekashi was convicted by the federal court on multiple charges, which included armed robbery, presumed involvement in shooting incidents, and drug dealing. The prosecutors indicted him and 5 other people on being members of a criminal New York gang called 9 Trey Gangsta's Bloods, according to TMZ. He was also charged in October of 2018 for his involvement with a child. Aside from that, TMZ also reports that Tekashi's $750,000 in jewelry and between $15,000 and $20,000 in cash was lost when he was robbed after shooting a video in Brooklyn. Reports also state that he lost $480,000 from an aborted video shoot in November of 2018 as shots were fired on the set, which also cost him a lot for his security needs. Tekashi is still growing as an artist, but with the controversies and legal issues, his future might not go in the right direction. DMX. X won't give it to ya. Well, when it comes to money, he owes ya. Being one of the most favorite hip-hop icons, DMX had taken the 90s by storm, spitting verses of his pain with his aggressive and gritty style. He was massively successful during his time, making history in 1998 as he released his 2 record-breaking album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, which became number 1 on the Billboard Hot 200. The album sold over 5 million copies, and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood debuted in Hotspot number 1, selling 4 million copies over time, which made DMX the first rapper to release 2 chart-topping albums in the same year, setting his name as one of the hip-hop legends in the era. As he rose from the highest stage of success, he later fell to the darkest abyss, as he was tied with a series of crimes and drug addiction. Aside from being in and out of jail over a course of years, he fathered 15 children from various women. He failed to pay $400,000 in child support to his ex-wife, so maybe that's why he thought it necessary to commit robbery in Newark. Then in 2017, due to his failure to file his income tax returns in 2002 to 2005 and 2010 to 2015, he was faced with multiple charges by federal prosecutors. With a load of evidence against him, he pleaded guilty to tax fraud and was sentenced to 1 year in prison and charged to pay $1.7 million. DMX was a favorite for millions, but with his constant battles against trauma and addiction, we do wish him well. Drake. Being one of the most famous rappers of all time, from having groundbreaking albums that stream billions and sell millions worldwide, Drake has been a famous icon in the hip-hop scene and also one of the richest rappers out there. But even with his success, he has also been entangled with rumors that he might not be as rich as he looks. He is allegedly living check to check. Allegations indicate that his label contract includes paying Lil Wayne and Baby when he makes a profit, and also paying a security team for Young Money, which suggests that he is actually only making a portion of the loot that he brings in for his label. But Drake has been actively throwing money, buying insanely expensive things left and right, buying luxurious cars and chains, which can be a recipe for bankruptcy. He is also tied with a few legal issues of copyright and many more allegations. Like DMX, he is a very beloved rapper, so we can be sure that millions of fans are rooting for him and hoping for the best. So let's wrap up our video. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications on our new content. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon on our next video.